caught by the tail may suggest to some of you that I am going to now bash Tiger Woods for what everyone knows is this group of indiscretions that are constantly being revealed in the media. I'm actually not going to do this. I have no intention of getting into his private life. I have no intention of condemning him or denouncing him for his moral failings. I'll leave that to others if they think that's appropriate. What I want to talk about is his privacy, because this is the real issue. Does he have any privacy in a private matter? Many people feel he does not. They do not feel it's a private matter. They feel that he's fair game. I love that way they put it. He's fair game now. And they always rationalize why he's fair game. One reason they say it is because his public statements didn't answer all the questions, or the fact that he had that car accident. There were sort of incomplete reports, and we should know more about it. Actually, the car accident happened on private property. He did not and was not required to speak to the police. He has not in any way truly broken the law. And what this has revealed about his problems in his marriage, the various affairs that he's had and so forth, are his private business. You can draw a very sharp distinction between somebody like public figure like Tiger and a politician. Bill Clinton had his affair with a White House intern. This is an employee of Bill Clinton's in the White House, an employee of the government in the White House, and he is a public official, and our tax money pays his salary and pays her salary. We have a lot of interest in the details. We have a lot of reasons to be concerned about it, and it is not a private matter. It is a public matter. The same is true of John Ensign, the senator recently who had an affair with one of his employees and did pay off the husband. This is not a private matter. It is a public matter, and we do have a right to the details. Mark Sanford, governor of South Carolina, he has an affair, flies off to Argentina under false pretenses to meet with his lover, gives a very convoluted story to the press. He's not available unless there's some type of disaster in South Carolina. He is unavailable to make the vitally important decisions at that time. This is a public matter. All of it's public. He did tell the truth about it. Give him credit for that. But he cannot say it's a private matter. He's a public official. And it enters the public realm as part of the interest of his constituents and the people in the United States. Then Tiger. Why is he a separate issue? Why is it a discrete and separate issue? He is not a public official. He's not an elected official. His home is not paid for by tax money. The women involved did not work for him. So none of these issues make it a public matter. Why then do people insist that it's a public matter? It's very simple. It's about money. It's about the media that feeds on the personal tragedies, the personal crisis of an individual like Tiger. They feed on it, it feeds the mill, and now they can fill hours and hours and hours of content on their programs, on the radio, on the television, on the cable stations. They can feed hours and hours and hours to this mill that is basically about gossip. It's basically about invading people's privacy. It's basically bringing a car crash to the public that they're curious about, that they want to know more about, that is basically gossip. All of that, it sort of just comes with the territory. My problem is they try to blame Tiger for it. They try to say it's Tiger's fault that all this attention came to him about his private life. It is not his fault. It is the media that feeds on it. They know they're in competition with other stations. They're in competition with other media outlets, and they do not want to lose those viewers. They do want to make the money. They get the money from having the biggest viewership, and of course, when you have a story like Tiger's, you can cover it endlessly. People will watch it endlessly. And whatever detriment that has to his marriage or his attempts to solve his personal problems, that, of course, is left to Tiger. Now, if he's going to lose his endorsement contracts, he brought that on himself. If he loses his marriage, he brought that on himself. But think, everybody, how much harder it is for him to solve his personal problems now because everything is played out in the media. And don't think for a moment that the media doesn't pay some of these ladies for those emails, for the pictures, for the stories they give that feed this machine that continues to cover the gossip that has absolutely no relevance to the American public's interest. It is actually heartless. It is a heartless thing to do, and people should say this more often, and I do think that the media should be held accountable.